What's up, guys? Week 8 recap. It was a rather, I don't want to say boring week, but not too many close matchups and disappointing week for myself. Several under the 100 club members. And we've had some trades going on, so let's go and kick this recap off. We will start off with myself and Omar. Omar gets the W, 119.4 to 85.8. Russell Wilson goes off for about 40 points. Omar wasn't feeling too confident until towards the end of that Seattle game. Let's just go ahead and look at my team really quick, my garbage team, so we don't gloss over this. Only 3 people had double-digit points. My defense, my quarterback, and Antonio Brown. Everyone else sub-double-digit points. I had to start wide receivers Jordan Matthews, Brandon LaFell, Marquise Goodwin. Wow. Disappointing. President of the Under 100 Club. Couldn't even break 90 2 weeks in a row. I hope this does not continue. In fact, it won't. Going to start off today with Tyrod and ASJ, a Thursday night game. You watch. Let's go, Costas. Let's go. So Omar, good win. Reached out to him. His response was hashtag Josh Gordon. He traded for him in case you didn't see it. Boom. Next up, we have Mikey T versus Mikey Din. Din didn't do too bad. Put up 120, but Mikey T put up a 141 spot. So Mikey T looking pretty good, and Din it's coming down to your running backs. Jay Ajayi, I don't know his name. We'll call him Buck Allen because that's what everyone else calls him. 8.1 and 6.7 points. That is not going to do it for you. So your wide receiver and tight end are looking good, but I don't know if your RBs are going to hold up to keep that number 1 spot, Din. We'll see, though. Mikey T looking good. 27 from Zeke, but he's suspended. Don't know if there's going to be an injunction or another stoppage. Who knows? He also had 19 from Mohamed Sanu, 18 and 22 from his kicker and defense, respectively. So Mikey T with a big W there. Nice job. Little side note, Mikey Din and Millardo getting a little smack talk in about points against for Din. I think Din's had the fewest points against so far. So little jab there from Millardo. Next up, we have Costas versus Lumen. Lumen was looking good, but then Costas has this monster stack. Well, he didn't start Deshaun Watson, but he's got DeAndre Hopkins going off for 39.4. If he would have started Watson, he would have probably scored 180 this week. So Costas looking pretty good with DeAndre Hopkins, Deshaun Watson. He's got that Gronk in there, so puts up 150 plus. Lumen puts up a respectable week, 139.2. Just couldn't get it done. Le'Veon Bell, LaShawn McCoy carrying his team, but couldn't do it. Reached out to Costas. Costas said, tough battle with Mr. Lumen. Grateful for the win. He would have beat anyone else this week except for me and Pop Secret. Looking for an RB2. Get at me, Costas says. And then he also ends with, D. Hopkins, you the real MVP. Yeah, he's good. Next up, we have Pop Secret versus Jim Millardsky. Jim, under 100 club with me, 89.2. He did me a little better, so he's not the president, but you're the vice president, Jim. So you're my partner, arm in arm, I guess. 154 to 89.2. Kevin, Melvin Gordon, 23.9. Jerick McKinnon, what a pickup. 26.2, just catches footballs out of the backfield like no one else right now. So that's looking like one of the better pickups of the year so far. And then Travis Kelce, 27.3. Awesome tight end. I had him last year. Good job, Kevin. Let's look at Jim's team. He had a couple people score with double digits. They were A.J. Derby, Marlon Mack, and Joe Mixon. Everyone else, 3.7 from Pierre Garçon, Bilal Paul, 9.1. Dak Prescott, 7.3. The Cowboys won 33-19, and Dak could only put up 7.3. So not looking good for Jim this week or in the future. Reached out to Kevin about his W. He said, "It was like your favorite movie to watch, Mr. Chow. Couldn't handle the extra butter from Pop Secret this week." Ooh. Kevin with a little smack talk. I'm my type of guy. I like it. Next up, we have Hofstetter versus Reggie. Reggie is the chairman and the treasury to Jim's vice president and my presidency of the Under 100 Club. 116 for Hoff, 96.9 for Reg. So nothing too spectacular from Hoff. We're not going to go too deep into his team. He had a lot of people just put up double-digit points. Would have lost to a decent amount of people, but he ended up playing Reg. Reg's got to do something about that quarterback. 3.7? 3.7 from Jameis Winston. So we'll see. I think Reg's made some moves. I don't know who his starting QB is this week, but Hofstetter puts up 116. Reg puts up 96.9. Highest scorer in that matchup was Reg's kicker with 21 points. So, interesting matchup there. Reached out to Hoff. Hoff said, "Too close for comfort. Wait, wrong league. Haha." I think that was a jab at you, Matt, saying it wasn't a close matchup and that he just crushed you. Again, I always appreciate some smack talk in these, so good job, Hoff. Last but not least, we have Cage versus Wyckoff. Cage puts up 137.5. Wyckoff puts up 121. Respectable put up by Wyckoff, knowing that he had Gurley and Fournette on a bye. But you know what? Just didn't do it. Couldn't do it. We had Cage, Mark Ingram, Lamar Miller, Andy Dalton, all put up 20 or almost close to 20 and above. So solid week by Cage. That trade for Lamar Miller and Mark Ingram is looking like it's pretty good for Cage, especially with AP getting out of there. Mark Ingram has been a stud for him. So decent matchup. Again, this is one of the closer ones, but it was still separated by about 16, 15 points. So Cage gets the W. Reached out to Cage. He said 4 words. Started from the bottom. ... And now he's here. So Cage is trying to trend upward. He's going up. He's 3-5. So again, week 8, not too exciting. Disappointing from my perspective. Let's look at some standings. We have Mikey Din alone at the top. There's been some smack talk about his point against, but it doesn't matter. He's at the top, 6-2. Next we have Costas, 5-3. Wyckoff, 5-3. Hofstetter, 5-3. And I'm getting some text messages about Deshaun Watson right now, so I don't know what it is. So I'm going to look this up. I'm going to look this up while we're doing this because I just got some text from Reg and from Omar in the group text. Oh my goodness, I just saw it right now. Texans fear Deshaun Watson ACL. Woo! Oh my goodness, that sucks. Gosh. Man, that is terrible. Because he was number 1 quarterback in the offense or as a fantasy football player this year, and I think he's already had his bye week as well. And as a rookie, man, that sucks for him. Injuries are no fun, especially when it's during practice. So, man, that sucks for Deshaun Watson. Costas, luckily you have QB depth. So let's go back to the standings. I was saying Wyckoff is 5-3, Hoff 5-3, and we have Kurt Warner Boytoy, Mikey T 5-3, and then I would be in the last playoff spot right now, 4-4. But we also have Omar and Pop Secret 4-4. I just have a little more points than them. Then we're rounding out with Cage at 3-5, Matty Reg 3-5, Jim 2-6, and we also have Lumen 2-6. There was a tie for this week's bonus. It was most touchdowns by your team, Cage and Kevin, aka Pop Secret, aka 44. They tied at 7, so they will carry over. That contest will continue on to next week for them. So whoever has the most touchdowns out of them this week will get that little 20 spot. This week's bonus is if you lose, whoever has the most points. So highest scoring loss this week. So if you put up a 140 spot and you lose, because let's say, I don't know, someone puts up 160, but you still have a ton of points, you get a little 20 spot rewarded to you. I am going to say it goes to Lumen this week because he has had several weeks where he has deserved to win but has played the top performer. So my prediction is Lumen gets it. There's been a ton of trades, a lot of people active. Reminder, trade deadline is next week. I believe it falls on either the 9th or the 11th. So if you're looking for any trades or need to do any moves, now is the time. Other than that, just want to reiterate, this last couple playoff spots are probably going to come down to points for. So the more points you get on the board, the better. So anyways, guys, have a fun Thursday night. Bills versus Jets. I got a couple players playing. Need to get a head start against Costas. Again, Deshaun Watson out. Not fun. Injuries aren't good. So that does not bode well. He was looking like a stud. So anyways, thank you guys. Peace.